Busted Open, Doug Mortman, Dave LaGreca, and one of the best female wrestlers on the planet. And you know,
I'll take that. Thank you.
She's got a hell of a pedigree too. We'll get into that in a few. The great Charlotte, NXT champion, former champion, and I mean, you've just really taken the world by storm here in terms of your skill, going from literally 0 to 60. We had no idea what we were going to get from you, aside from, hey, it's Ric's daughter. She's probably going to be pretty good. You have taken our expectations and now put it at a whole new plane because your skill level is unreal. So, I mean, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm overwhelmed that you would say that. No, but thank you.
It's absolutely true. I mean, what you've been able to do, what we've been able to watch on the WWE Network with you has been absolutely amazing. And you know, we do our show, and when we talk about women's wrestling, we talk about divas, it's usually about you.
Well, the divas division as a whole at NXT, I want to say, is impressive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
So, I mean, we all collectively work together. I mean, thank you so much for the praise, but, I mean, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, I mean, former Paige, Emma.
Sure.
I mean, just the division as a whole is freaking awesson.
Yeah, listen, you guys have a lot of talent, but we're talking with you now. And so let's call it what
yes,
it
sir.
is. Okay, so you have really see what we were wondering about, because now correct me if I'm wrong. Gymnastics background, you got a lot of other things you've done. What has the career path been for you, and how are you able to acclimate to in-ring competition so quickly?
Well, to be honest, when I first started running the ropes, bumping, it came really natural to me. And I think only because literally my dad had me with a personal trainer since the moment I could walk. So the athletic part came super easy. It was understanding, putting A, emotion behind what you're doing, B, telling a story through what you're doing, understanding the psychology, I think that's what took me from, she's an athletic wrestler into, wow, she's a performer.
Yep.
And just understanding. I think that takes time. And I think because I didn't work the independents, obviously I did, catch on quickly, but I also had the, Sarah Del Rey is one of, I will always credit her to, she always would pull me aside and like shoot straight with me. She was like, you need X, Y, and Z. And I wanted it so bad. And then obviously, not wanting to let people, there was so much pressure being my dad's daughter, and I don't like that. Like, even any sport, they'd be like, oh, it's Ric's daughter. If people come to volleyball games, they'd woo. I'm like, no, I want the attention on me. Like, I'm that, give me some credit. And I think feeding off of that just made me that much better.
And you know what? You've done that because, listen, I'm a huge Ric Flair fan.
Yeah.
He's the greatest of all time. So obviously when I first started seeing you, I saw you as Ric's daughter. But I think you've definitely been able to switch that over the last 6 months. I think people, when they see you in the ring now, they see you more than just Ric's daughter. They see you as Charlotte. And I think that not only is a credit to you, but what you've been able to do in the ring, to the fact that now even I think you don't even hear the woos as much as you used to. I think they're really focused and concentrated on you as a wrestler.
Yes, sir. I would agree. No, and at first, actually, if you actually look at NXT when I first started, I was with the BFFs, Summer Rae,
Sure.
Sasha Banks, and I don't think Charlotte's character would have acted catty or had, been with that stable at that moment, because I didn't know who Charlotte was. My wrestling was so new. I didn't know, am I a dominant force? Am I a babyface? Am I a heel? And no, I can't. I did not woo one time if you look at my old stuff. But after my match with Natty,
Great match.
Thank you so
my
much.
God.
She really put me on the map, one. Two, she brought something out of me that I didn't know I had. And then after that, I was like, it's okay to associate yourself with your dad, because now people are looking at you as a performer instead of just his daughter. So you can add, if you want to woo to pay, I guess, homage
yeah.
to him, then go ahead.
Yeah.
So I think that was
And now with the T-shirt and Charlotte itself, we
do
we
it
know,
with Flair.
We know where the Flairs are from.
Yeah.
So
Would it be wrong if I bought that shirt as a man? Is it okay if I
You
buy
can rock
that?
it,
Can I buy that shirt? Is that all right? Would you look funny at a 43-year-old man wearing a Charlotte shirt?
know. I think I see most men in the T-shirt to begin with.
All right. I'm going to the superstore after the show today and buying one.
Oh, my goodness. Take us back to, I'm interested in some of the memories of you. Let's start with the great. You mentioned Natty, the series with Sasha. Some of those matches really launched you into another stratosphere. I assume you feel the feedback. I'm sure your dad's giving you feedback. You hear it from the WWE universe. And a lot of people, whether they didn't know what they were going to get from you or they knew that, hey, Charlotte is an up-and-comer, once they saw that Natty match and then those follow-ups with Sasha, I think that, it took you to another level. You're getting that feedback, I assume?
Oh, absolutely. So when I had the match with Natty, there was so much praise behind it, and it got so much recognition. NXT wasn't even as big then as it is now. And I remember me and my dad were talking. He's like, I don't want to say that's the best match of your career because you've only done this for, at that time, I'd only been in the ring wrestling for almost a year. Mm-hmm. That was probably like my 35th match, I'm going to be honest.
Wow.
No indies, she said it.
Yeah.
So I know, and I'm solely an NXT product. But but after my match with Natty, people were like, oh, that's the best match. It's a fluke. Natty carried her. And I took that to heart because I'm like, yes, I was in there with one of the greatest of all time. But I didn't want people to be like, oh, well, that's the best match or the only match you'll have. So ever since then, anytime you'll have matches here and there, but when you're on the grand stage, like our takeovers or pay-per-views, I want to top every match and show something different. So I think that also drives me to get better.
I'm sorry, but with NXT in general, it's like another brand now.
Yeah.
I think people, especially our listeners, it's must watch every week. And a lot of the concerns with our fans is that, you're seeing these 20, 25-minute matches on NXT. I know your ultimate goal is obviously to get to that main roster, but is there that fear that you won't be able to showcase yourself like you do on NXT if you made that move to Raw?
No, because I want to main event a pay-per-view one day on the main roster. That is my goal, and especially with how the fans at NXT are looking at the women's division differently. They're not looking at us, oh, they're just eye candy. No, these are wrestlers. Like, look at our Fatal 4-Way that I just had with Becky, Sasha, and Bayley. It was amazing. So, no, do I think when I get to the main roster, the people that aren't exposed to me, I think once they, the writers on the main roster, the producers, everyone sees, like, just within 5 minutes, like, no, if they produce in that amount of time, if they tell a story, no, we'll give them more time. And I think if it's not there right when I debut, I guarantee you I will work until they do give us those times, they do give us those slots, and those matches are just as important on the card, and it's not just a popcorn match.
Okay.
But, you talk about the main roster, though. Your debut on the main roster, I can't imagine you were thrilled with it. To me,
I was thrilled, though.
Really? Tell me.
Because everyone is like, well, you lost on your debut.
Forget about the loss. They didn't give you the time. Like, we wanted to see a nice match from you on Raw.
I know, but okay, first of all, it was Natty.
True.
And if we're going to have another match on Raw or the big stage, I'm going to want 20 minutes. I'm going to want it to be on WrestleMania or a pay-per-view. I was still the NXT champion at that time, obviously. So I was working a main roster girl. It was just to promote the show, and we still got 4 minutes. I still got to get my face out there, and it was more or less, okay, now the odds 1-1, and it was a different kind of match than the other one. So, it was quick. Would I have wanted more time? Absolutely, but I was still given the time to show what I can do in 4 minutes.
I like how she turned that around, Dave.
Yes, it's a
good
great
job.
job.
I mean?
Absolutely.
No, listen, 4 minutes with LaGreca is so much better than 20 minutes with Doug, so I understand where you're going with the time. But
I disagree. I disagree.
Are you?
What?
Pay no mind. It's a married woman here.
I know that. Listen, I'm not. I'm
crazy.
It's called joking around. It's getting her comfortable. She seemed a little nervous at the beginning of the interview. Look how much more comfortable she is now. I'm doing it for her benefit, not mine.
You love her father more than her. Be honest.
Probably.
Be honest.
You're probably right. Yeah.
It's okay. I get it.
Are you surprised by the popularity of NXT now? Because it really is.
No. Look at the talent we have. Neville, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Kenta, Sasha Banks, Bayley, No, I
don't
mean,
this Kenta person. I don't know who you're speaking of.
Hideo Itami. I can't call him Hideo because when I first was like, Hideo, what's your name? No, Hideo Itami.
Mr. Itami, who's going to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of him.
And that crowd too. I mean, every week that crowd is such a smart crowd. They're a hot crowd. They're totally into everything that you guys do. But that NXT crowd is absolutely amazing.
They are. I mean, sometimes they're a little much.
Okay, give me an example.
Okay, what I mean by they're a little much is they sometimes I feel like they think they're dictating the show. So as a talent, I have no problem looking at them and like giving them the stink eye, like, shh, hey.
I like it.
Also, I mean, they sit there. We tape 4 shows they're all day, but I think we have that relationship with them that we can interact a little more.
Okay.
Just because it is the same people over and over at the Full Sail.
Yeah. You know, speaking of a wrestling family, obviously we know about Rick, but you're also with somebody who's a wrestler and not a wrestler for this company. Is that an unusual dynamic?
No.
It's all good?
I met him in developmental, so
we
no.
know.
And that's our...
He might have been one that got away, don't you think? He's pretty good.
He's amazing.
He's pretty good.
He's amazing.
Nice beard, too.
Oh, I hate the beard.
Really?
Well, I mean, he looks handsome with it, but he looks really handsome without it. No, but I think Bram looks better with the beard than Kenneth Cameron without it. So
Okay.
No, but that's our common bond, and I understand, the schedule. He understands the schedule, so
That's cool.
That's how we make it work. Plus, he's friends with everyone here, so
Nice.
yeah.
Plus,
great.
you probably need to be with somebody that understands that schedule, too, because I
Crazy.
couldn't imagine somebody who's a wrestler being married to somebody outside the business. That's got to be really, really tough.
Yep.
Charlotte, it was our pleasure. Don't let Dave try to sweet talk.
What
you.
did I do?
Yeah, okay. we are smitten
Huge fan.
with your talent. You are
Absolutely, that's what I meant.
Yes. We've been impressed since really seeing you grow in the ring. NXT Women's Champion, obviously, have since dropped that title. I could see a Raw roster spot in your future. I can see that, Dave. Can't you?
Yeah, but especially if what she says is true, that it's going to be at the top of the card and they're going to get 20 minutes on TV.
Absolutely.
Then I'm all in. I'm
I
buying
believe
in.
that.
Congratulations.
Thank
Best
you so
of luck.
much.
And
So much.
Thank you. Thank you
talk
for
to
the time.
some more down the road.
Thank you so much.